Oh, so good. This upcoming week is going to be very busy from a mom perspective as well as from like a general work and life perspective. And I have found that prepping a few key things for the week has made it so much easier to stick to healthy meals that are rich in protein, fat, and fiber while still actually tasting amazing. So today I want to share with you guys things I'm meal prepping for the week to set myself up for success and still eat delicious meals. Let's dive into it. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's in nutrition human performance. On my channel, I share the science-backed and delicious information to help you achieve your weight loss and wellness dreams without counting calories. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Today's video is also sponsored by Caraway, but more on them in a bit. And I have my diluted apple cider vinegar, my protein chai latte. Recipe coming up. Not exactly ideal to follow it with apple cider vinegar, but this is delicious. First things first. So over here, I had my black beans soaking overnight. If you guys have been following my channel for a bit, you know that I have been eating a lot more black beans to help increase my fiber intake while also supporting a high protein diet. And these little guys made my whole fat loss journey postpartum so much easier. So I'm going to be making a couple of meals with black beans for the week, some grilled chicken tacos with this on the side. So I'm going to prep this. I just soaked dry black beans overnight. Should have added more water because it doesn't even look like there's water in there anymore because it all soaked up. So I'm gonna drain what's left and then start cooking these. So I like to add about like a couple of inches of water above the soaked black beans. And sometimes I'll get fancy with what I'm adding into it. Like I'll add some sauteed onions or garlic or bay leaf or whatever. Today, keeping it simple, just regular black beans. And I'm just adding a heavy pinch of salt here. Once this gets to a simmer, I'm just gonna let it cook for about like 20 to 30 minutes, checking in on it to see if it's cooked all the way, and then I'll drain it. I do like to prep my own black beans because it makes them so much more nutrient rich. It also lowers the anti-nutrients that are actually in black beans, so it's better for gut health, for overall health. Makes me feel so much better, and it's so easy to do, and it's a lot less expensive, and for how many beans we eat, it actually really starts to add up. The third thing I'm making are these like peanut butter balls that kind of act as little fat components to my meal. It was actually inspired from these elemental bars that I would have all the time in college, but it is expensive to always get those. And honestly, it is so easy to make, and it acts as a great additional fat source with a lot of micronutrients in it too to go along with my meal. My daughter loves them too, and that helps to contribute to the fat portion of my protein, fat, and fiber meal. I'm going to be using this pan from Caraway for it, and you'll see why this pan is so important in just a second. Okay, so for these little peanut butter balls, I'm going to first heat up a couple ingredients just to make it all a lot easier to mix together. I have coconut butter, which is similar to coconut oil, except that it's like the full coconut meat or coconut shreds that I had blended up. You still get some fiber in there too, and it just helps to solidify the peanut butter balls. I'm gonna use a small amount of raw honey, but you can totally leave this out. It's not necessary if you're trying to completely eliminate added sugars right now. And then I'm using some peanut butter. Now, I never measure the exact amounts. I kind of just eyeball it, but I go for, I would say probably like a 1/4 cup or slightly more of the coconut butter. And then maybe like a 1/2 to 3/4 cup of peanut butter. And since it is currently like cold outside, this is straight up solid. So I have to take my knife to it. You can see why heating it up first is gonna be really important for this recipe, which these Caraway pans make it very easy to do so. I'm actually gonna wait on the peanut butter until this starts to melt. Now in the past, I didn't like to use non-stick pans because they're just coated with so much of the chemicals that I was honestly kind of scared of. Things like Teflon and those forever chemicals that just stay in our body and can wreak havoc, which is very important to avoid, but it honestly also made my life a lot more difficult because of situations like this, or with eggs. Like I make eggs every single day, as you guys are well aware of, and it is so annoying to have eggs stick to the pan because then you end up having to like waste a lot of time and energy cleaning the pan. And then also I always feel like I waste so much of the egg that I'm cooking, which is why I am so excited about today's sponsor, Caraway, because Caraway has officially made it possible for me to cook things like eggs now without wasting eggs. Also without the toxins, which is very important. And I have an exclusive offer that's only available through a few of their brand partners, so stick around to the end to hear that. So if you guys aren't familiar with Caraway, it's an absolutely beautiful, non-toxic kitchenware company, and they offer just like absolutely amazing high quality kitchen essentials, and I just like stocked up recently. So it uses a ceramic coating that's naturally slick and 100% non-toxic, which makes cleanup so much easier without introducing toxins into the kitchen. And honestly, it just is so pretty. And especially as a mom, I want to make sure that I'm not introducing toxins into our kitchen for my family, for my very small children. So Caraway has made it so easy to do that while still making just cleanup easy. Literally nothing on there.
Look at that.
So nice. Which I would recommend getting the cookware set like I did. It comes with a saucepan, a saute pan, a fry pan, and a Dutch oven. And it comes with something really cool. Let me show you. It also comes with this beautiful pan holder, which if you have a small kitchen like me, then this just makes your life so easy. And their cookware set comes with all of that, plus the magnetic rack holder too. And this saves you 20% versus buying each individually. And they have their biggest sale of the year going on right now. You can save up to 20% site-wide with my code INF-BATES. You will also get a free Graza Frizzle Spray on all orders exclusive to my audience, which the more you spend, the more you save. And at the highest tier, you'll also get a free Caraway Bar Set, which is part of their brand new launch. So don't wait, make sure you grab this deal with the link down description below. Now I'm going to add in the peanut butter and then also the honey. Look at that nonstick. All right. Now for the rest of these peanut butter balls, I'm first gonna dump this in, which is that peanut butter, coconut butter, and honey mixture.
I want banana.
You want banana? Are you just eating the banana that I was gonna use? Okay. Now I'm gonna add a mixture of different seeds to kind of like bulk this up and hold everything together. I'm gonna use some pumpkin seeds. Seiji loves pumpkin seeds. Probably about like a 1/4 cup or so of each. Some sunflower seeds, some flax seeds. All of this will provide like different micronutrients. It'll also just help to bind everything together. And then some cacao nibs, which is an amazing source of fiber and antioxidants. Don't you just love the chaos of meal prep days? All right, maybe it was not a good idea for me to keep everything out. Beans are looking pretty good. And then this, we're just going to stir together. So this is the base for our peanut butter balls. And then once it's all mixed, we're going to make balls. And you can add more nuts or seeds to this as you are stirring. Like if it's looking a little too peanut buttery, you could add more of the nuts or seeds. But this looks pretty good. I'm gonna let that cool a second before I form it into balls. I just remembered, I usually add a pinch of salt. As I tasted it, I realized the flavor's a little flat, and salt helps to make the flavor really come out. Gorgeous. Delicious. I like to make little like 1 tablespoon size servings. So it looks like this right here. That way it's sort of like 1 serving of fat per each of these balls. And then once I've rolled all these up, I'm gonna stick them in the fridge to let them cool. And I store them in the fridge too. And this will last for a little bit in the fridge because none of it's like inherently like something that will expire quickly. Whenever I make these, I usually get about like 20 or so and it'll last us like a week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes. That actually made 21, so it's so perfect. I'm gonna just pop these in the fridge. I still have a couple left over from the last time I made them, so I just wanna show you guys what it looks like. They come out pretty solid, and that's thanks to the coconut butter, so it holds together really nicely. Oh, so good. Next up, I'm gonna make my like lentil bowl dish thing. So I pre-cooked some lentils. These are just like French, I think they're called French lentils. Yeah, they're just French lentils. Lentils are a great source of fiber. They also have some plant-based protein, although it's not the most high quality protein. So when I eat lentils, I have it for lunch usually, sometimes at dinner. And I like to pair it with another source of high quality protein. This week, I'm going to probably be doing both chicken and eggs because tonight I'm making a whole roasted chicken. So I'll have leftover chicken to throw on top of this. I'm gonna pair it with some arugula and then you'll see how I dress up this lentil situation so it tastes so good. But oh my gosh, wait until you try this combo. This is amazing. Lentils only take like 10 to 12, maybe like 12 to 15 minutes to cook. So they're really, really fast. All right, and now I'm gonna flavor it up so that during the week when I go to make my salads, I literally just have to like dump everything in. Put in some olive oil. It's probably like a couple tablespoons or so, maybe a 1/4 cup. Some salt, a little more, like a medium-sized pinch. And then I'm gonna add a lemon, not just any lemon. I'm going to first zest the lemon and then I'm going to juice it. Zesting the lemon is just that one extra little step that adds so much flavor. So this is something that if you have a zester on hand, just get it, use it, take the extra 30 seconds it takes. It adds so much flavor, it's so good. And this is something that doesn't taste gross. The longer it's sitting in the fridge, it actually helps to meld in the flavors even more. So you actually enjoy the food that you have prepped. Okay, now that the zest is in there, I'm going to juice it. Now this is all the feta I have left. Maybe like a couple ounces here. So I'm gonna add this straight in, just crumbling it up. So good. I'm also gonna add some red onion. This is totally optional, but I love adding onions into things and then just tossing it together. You guys like the bracelet that my 2-year-old daughter, Sage, made for me today? Just realized it's still on me. Give it a little taste. Really good. In fact, if I had another lemon, but I don't, I would add another one in here, but I like more of that citrusy bite. So you could always just taste it and see what you prefer and add things as needed. But this is such a good, satisfying base that will be perfect for my salads paired with chicken or with eggs. And arugula. Okay, so last thing I'm going to actually prep are my high protein overnight oats. So this is the only like full meal that I'm prepping because it's something that actually does require prep in order to make it. I've shared the full recipe in a lot more detail. I'll have it linked up here if you want to check it out, but this meal is so high in protein. It's like, I think 47 grams of protein per serving, and I believe it's 13 grams of fiber per serving. So it's high protein, high fiber, and it literally takes like 5 minutes or less to make a full week's worth of meals. So it is amazing. And because of the soaking process, it's not as high glycemic load as like if you were to just cook it. And it tastes so dang good. Highly recommend it. Now I'm only prepping 3 days worth because I have a couple of recipes that I need to test for an upcoming meal plan. So I only need 3 days worth of breakfast. Now, one thing that I would also usually prep during this time is my homemade Greek yogurt. There's like one type of milk that I've just found works really well and is so consistent every time I make yogurt. That wasn't at the grocery store this week. So I just had to buy some yogurt, which is totally fine, but that would be something that's normally part of my meal prep right now. So all this took me less than an hour, and I have breakfast for the week that are fully made. I also have these little like fat contributions to go along with my lunch, and I have a huge portion of my lunch already done, which does make my life so much easier, and all this tastes so dang good. I'll have the recipes for each of these down description below. A couple of them I have like full length blog posts on, so you can actually get like the recipe cards for each. But make sure that you grab that huge discount with Caraway right now because it is their biggest discount of the year, and you can save up to 20% site-wide with my code INF-BATES plus that free Graza Frizzle Spray on all orders exclusive to my audience. So it's really great for Christmas gifts or like an early Christmas gift for yourself. And of course, at the highest end of savings, getting that amazing Caraway Bar Set, which is absolutely beautiful. So don't wait, grab that link in the deal down description box down below. But if you want to get an idea of what I eat in a week that is high protein, high fiber, uses meals just like this, you can check out this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed and delicious information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.